I've found that something I've missed and have learnt from this experience is the importance of switching off and running around and exercise and socialising with others for study and revision for remaining focused. So that I know personally I made the mistake in the first few days of not taking the advised breaks and just trying to work constantly and work late nights, but learning, and I'm missing being able to go to training and muck around with friends and the face-to-face time with teachers, especially, the beginning and end of lessons of light banter, and I think that's very advantageous to learning, to have that period of time. I guess I've also missed the ability to sort of have leadership opportunities and to guide the younger boys in creating a stronger culture and a school that we're all proud of. Yeah, personally, I've really benefited from and really noticed when teachers are putting that extra effort and really apply themselves and put in as much effort for us. I think that I struggled in some subjects if it was impersonal, or I think I definitely felt less motivated if it was sort of just reading from a textbook and not very personal there. But the teachers are putting in effort for the Zoom calls or making short little concise and videos of summaries of the lesson, or if they were making audio clips. I definitely benefited and really and grateful for the teachers that went above and beyond and put in amazing amounts of effort when they probably didn't need to as much and could have enjoyed it a bit more of a break. I think that aspect of learning could really be implemented when we go back to school. I think that a sort of flip dynamic of teachers doing video lessons and that sort of thing at night times, and then being able to go into class and having covered the content briefly already to be able to go over it and sort of smooth out any issues. I think I've really benefited from that personally, and obviously enormous thanks to the teachers in that regard. I think that one of the things that's so synonymous with the JOEYS culture is that community and camaraderie. So, we all know that it's not a 9 till 3 school. It's a school that, you're always with each other, whether you're in the dorms and the sport fields. So I think that as a Year 12 student, I'm missing that ability to connect with the younger boys and through leadership opportunities to be able to strengthen that community and that the JOEYS culture that we're all so proud of. I definitely say that just because we're not at school doesn't mean you have to forget it. You can forget about it. It's so important that you guys the young boys start to develop their cohort and get to know each other more. I think it's often criticised, but social media is such an amazing tool in this period of time. It's really important that you start to reach out to each other and connect through different things. So obviously we all know at JOEYS we have a very strong, a very strict schedule, and I think that being told when to study and when to wake up and that sort of thing, when to eat our meals, we've all been very lucky to have that, and it's had great advantages for us. But I think one of the positives, and it's important to take positives from this experience, but one of the positives has definitely been, I think we've all realised that we have a strong ability to be fluid and dynamic if we really try to be, and to I think this will really set us in a good spot for secondary education, whether that be a tertiary education, whether that be a university or a TAFE or something. But learning how to self-motivate and learning how to study and without someone telling you to and forcing you to has been a positive that we can all take out of this situation. And one of the benefits from these events is that we've learnt to not rely on so heavily the strong structure that we've benefited from at JOEYS. So the ability to self-motivate, and the ability to work when no one is watching. I think we've all really been able to develop and strengthen in this time. So, yeah, I think that's a major positive of this that we should highlight and should look to implement in further, and that carries on in further education, whether that be university or other studies. So what I'd say to the younger boys at JOEYS at the moment is that this isn't going to last forever. It's going to be a short period of time. We're going to be back at school, and you've still got so many years left of being at this great school. I think it's really important that we use this to our advantage, like we've talked about. And this is a period of time where you can reach out to your friends and develop a stronger cohort. This is a period of time where you can work hard in your studies, and it's also a time where you can get fitter and stronger. And like we all know that sport's such a key component of our culture here. And unfortunately, we can't be there playing team sports, but this is a period where you can better yourself in that regard and really work on things. And then so when we do get back, we're not sure when that'll be, but it will be soon. When we do get back to school, we can really get stuck into our sport and enjoy JOEYS life together again. So I think it's really important to stay positive to the younger boys and to reach out and connect to your mates. Fundamentally, being a JOEYS boy means, being part of a community and camaraderie. I think that we have a very strong culture in which just because you finish school at the end of year 12 doesn't mean that you cease being a JOEYS boy. I think we're all very aware of the strong old boy culture. It's important that we remember that we've only been away for 2 months and that this won't last forever. Missing out on this period of time doesn't affect that. Being a JOEYS boy, it goes longer than that. It means more than that. So, those strong values, the strong Morris values of community and compassion and camaraderie, I think we can really, it's easy to take for granted, and this period of time really highlights their importance and their significance. And we can all, work to improving this and further fostering this in the future. Being a JOEYS boy is ultimately being part of knowing that you're being part of something bigger and a culture and tradition that has lasted a long time and will last for a long time in the future.